The Movie Channel presents a conversation with Jeffrey Katzenberg, the chairman of Walt Disney Studios.
I worry about everything, so there's nothing I don't worry about. So.
Worrying has paid off for 42-year-old Jeffrey Katzenberg. Since he took charge of Walt Disney Studios in the fall of 1984, the company has experienced a turnaround that is unparalleled in the entertainment industry. Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Good Morning Vietnam, Pretty Woman, and Sister Act are just a few of the many box office hits Disney has enjoyed with Katzenberg at the helm.
There are 3 vows every nun must accept. The vow of poverty, the vow of obedience, and the vow of chastity.
I am out of here.
But the road to success has not been without its speed bumps for this native New Yorker. In January 1991, Katzenberg wrote an infamous memo in which he complained about the bulging production budgets that were becoming commonplace in Hollywood. As an example, he singled out one of his own productions, Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy. The memo was leaked to the press and printed verbatim by Variety.
The only mistake of Dick Tracy is from the moment we agreed to make the movie, we said, let's try and make a blockbuster. And it is that mentality that I'm critical of. Not the film, not the success. We made a lot of money from Dick Tracy. But here's a film that went out and grossed $110 or $115 million. It's one of the 2 or 3 most successful movies of that year. Opened to $20-some-odd million, the biggest opening of any movie I've ever been involved in my career. And it's perceived as, at best, a modest disappointment. And by more people than not, as a failure. That's a stupid business to be in. And I don't want to be in a business in which blockbuster is the measure of success or failure. I just said for us, it seems like a silly business to be in.
Katzenberg also believes it's silly to give in to a movie star's capricious demands.
I understand Kim Basinger's been just fine on movies that she's worked on, you know, and ours was a nightmare, truly. If we went into stories in it, your jaw would hit the, the floor here in it. So, who knows? I don't know what the circumstances were, or why this movie, that moment, that time, it got out of hand.
Perhaps Jeffrey Katzenberg's single greatest accomplishment is leading Disney's animation division into a remarkable renaissance. Since 1989, Disney has released 3 hugely successful animated films that would have made Walt proud. The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin, which recently became the highest-grossing animated film of all time.
We wanted to go someplace we hadn't been before.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
What has happened is that the artists, the animators, the creative staff, the storytellers who did work on Little Mermaid and have worked on Beauty and the Beast have gotten confidence. And with that confidence and that self-assuredness comes greater kind of risk-taking. And what you're seeing now are guys who they're free. They've let go now. God knows what'll happen on the next movie.
Don't they look lovely, June? Fabulous, Terry. I love the feathers.
Our next movie is The Lion King. And for the animators, we brought a lion into the studio to see. The lion weighed 450 pounds. When he stood up on his legs, up against it, he's 11 feet tall. It's singularly the most noble thing I have been in the presence of in so long, I cannot tell you. I can't tell you how it affected me. I don't, I've been around them, I've seen them in zoos like everybody else, but I actually walked up and I touched the mane of this thing and I felt the heartbeat of this animal, and it has stayed, it's haunted me now.
Although best known for his bottom-line business philosophy, this chairman of the board is first and foremost a visionary in the great Disney tradition.
In terms of these movies, they really are not measured in business. They are heritage. They are about continuing the tradition, the values, the things that make Disney unique. And frankly, as hard as that is to believe in a day and age in which the business of the business seems to consume everything, in this, business takes a back seat. These movies must be great, and they must honor their heritage first and foremost.